Okay, hey, it's Jess again. I am 1 week post-op, and I've gotten some emails to see how the whole thing went, and so I thought I would talk about how it went for me. I didn't have a 2-week pre-op diet. I had surgery on May 5th, so on May 4th, I could eat anything I wanted until 2 p.m. And so at about 1 p.m. I went to Fazoli's and I had my last meal. I tried to have a 2-week pre-op liquid diet because, you know, it's supposed to shrink your liver and it's supposed to be good for you and it's supposed to make the complications of the surgery less. But I would have like the shake for breakfast, and like by 10:30 I would be shaky and hungry, and I couldn't do it. I tried really hard, I couldn't do it. So anyway, I had to stop eating at 2 p.m. So I went to Fazoli's, I had my last meal, and then I had to drink this stuff, this magnesium, calcium, something or other. And I was supposed to drink that, and it clears out your system, you know, in preparation for the surgery. That was like demented, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know, Gatorade or something. It was terrible. And, oh, shame. And so I took that. I was in the restroom all night, and then I was supposed to drink as much water as I could between 2 and 12, and so I did. And then I was supposed to stop drinking or eating anything. There's my husband Shane, dad of the year there in the background, who's really attracted me since I had the surgery, by the way.
Before you had
so anyway, then I had to stop drinking anything, water or anything, at midnight. So I got a good night's sleep, but I was scared, and I got my boys' clothes all ready in the morning because I had to be at the hospital at 6:30 in the morning, and I had it on post at the Army hospital here. And so I got the boys ready, took them to the sitter, paid for a sitter for 2 days, went to the hospital. I was there at 6:30. They called me back. I'd already had like some pre-op blood work and a pre-op EKG and a pre-op gallbladder ultrasound, and what else did I have? A psych eval and, you know, things. I also had pre-admitted with the anesthesiologist and the nurse, and, you know, they told me all the risks and all that. So I went in that morning, and they had me change my clothes, and they gave me my armband, and then they gave me an IV, which I don't know if you can still see it, holy cow, but it was terrible. And then I happened to get 2 more, now that's 2 weeks ago. That was also terrible. And with this one, the guy just took the IV and went, and it was awful. Oh my god. And then I got a heparin shot on my belly, which I still have a big bruise from there. And then the anesthesiologist came to me, and I was just like, listen, I'm so scared, give me something to relax me, I'm so scared, I'm so scared. And he's like, oh yeah, we can give you a little something. The doctor came and talked to me, and I said, doctor, I am so scared. And he goes, well, if it makes you feel better, I'm not scared. And I was like, well, yeah, I guess so. So I told the anesthesiologist that I wanted something as soon as I had my IV in, and they had a hard time finding my veins, and they said that's not uncommon if you're obese. So I told him I wanted something to relax me, and he's like, yeah, I can give you something to relax you before the surgery. And next thing I know, I'm in a room with a guy, and I said, who are you? And he said, you know, I'm your nurse. And I said, have I had the surgery already? And he said, yeah, it was a success. I'm like, am I okay? And he said, yeah, you're okay. So I looked at my belly. I don't know if you can see here. Can you see my scars here? they're not too bad, really. They're not too bad at all. And I woke up in ICU with a nurse there, and I was in ICU for I think a day. And the only problem during my surgery, it was supposed to be a 2-hour surgery, and it was a 4-hour surgery. Excuse me. And the reason for this is that because I carry my belly, my weight, my abdomen, it was harder to, you know, dig around in there. And they nicked my spleen, and I had some bleeding, and they had to sew it up. But I don't think it was a really big deal. So when I was in ICU, I was there for, I think, 24 hours, and I had a morphine pump that I could push as often as I wanted. And I woke up in 0 pain, 0, from the surgery. What you got? Aww. And I think a lot of it had to do with the morphine pump. And my blood sugar did get up to 175 when I was in ICU, so I had to be put on a little bit of insulin for a minute. And they had to prick my fingers once an hour just to check my blood sugar levels. But I was on lots and lots of morphine again, so even though I hate needles, I didn't care. And that's big for me. So that was Tuesday. I was in ICU. They moved me from ICU to the regular ward on Wednesday, and the care wasn't really as good there. You know, the medicine they were giving me is Roxicin.